Taking forever. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're finally live with a bunch of my YouTube friends here, and I'll go down the line and hopefully they can follow instructions and don't take half an hour to introduce themselves like last time.
Wow!
So we'll start with Cait. Hey, Cait. You're a veteran.
It's the salty Jerseyan.
Okay, and we'll go with Hulk.
Hi, I'm AnimeMixer1 here on YouTube, and I do occasional Let's Plays and YouTube videos.
And Arceus.
What's up, guys? Arceus Rules here. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I hope you all enjoy our podcast today. And yeah.
Then we have 3 new people in our podcast today. We'll start with Shadow. Shadow, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Shadow Blizzard 3000. I do anime reviews and other content on my channel, occasional Let's Plays.
Awesome. And Slaya.
What's up? What's up, people? YouTube, CEO of Roommate17. Hanging out with a crew right here. I do anime and anything creative.
Awesome, awesome. How about you, Evanit0?
What's up there, lovely people of the internet? My name is Evanit0, and I don't just talk about anime, I explore it.
You know,
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do.
Can I just start with Evanit0? You have a voice like I would watch your videos if you just like used your voice over videos.
Like ASMR?
You have a good voice.
Oh, gosh.
No, not that.
But I don't believe it.
Okay, great. Great start. The introduction went faster than before, so we'll start with the winter anime discussion, and then we'll talk about the spring anime. I don't think we've all watched every single episode that's come out this week, but we'll talk about what we're excited about. But first, with the winter...
Most shows premiered only this week.
Yeah, well, and there's some that haven't premiered and will premiere next week and the following week. So,
Did you know that Boku no Hero Academia, the 3rd season, hasn't aired the first episode yet, but it has 8.67 on Mal. So
That always happens.
People are hyped about that.
That is not surprising to me at all.
Yeah,
Not
but the
surprised
first
at all.
episode hasn't aired yet. They shouldn't be able to vote for.
They do the same thing for like every Disney movie that's about to come out. They put a very high rating on it, thinking it's going to be good, but then like if a movie's bad, you see it plummet and it's great.
well, but
Don't mock
Wait.
it. We're looking at the future anime awards winner here. You know.
It's kind of like how IGN works with certain first-person shooter games. Like for example, oh yeah, how'd it go? Oh yeah, Infinite Warfare.
Infinite Warfare was not too bad, but it's not the best game. Anyways, back with the anime subject. What did you guys watch and enjoy from the winter anime season? Anyone can jump in.
Honestly, not so much. What I want to ask about is, did anybody watch Death March Kara Hajimaru Isekai Kyosho I can't pronounce that, but yeah, that one.
I did.
Yeah.
Which one?
Which one?
I dropped it halfway. I tried watching it as Urban recommended, but I dropped it halfway.
Yeah, because I've been told by my sister, who was the one who first introduced me to anime like 12, 13 years ago. God, I feel old now. She was the one who got me into anime, and she watches this anime. I watched it, and she says it's awesome. I should watch it. But I also know that she thinks that if she could only watch one anime ever for the rest of her life, it'd be Sword Art Online, and she thinks One Punch Man is. So I don't take advice from her. I want to know what others think. Is it Death March a good anime?
Oh, Death March.
Yeah, I like it.
I liked it.
I did not watch it.
I typically don't watch anime that comes up right away because until later. I still like I have a lot of anime I need to watch, but I'm still waiting for Food Wars. I'm still waiting for Food Wars. You know.
Food Wars is already out.
Isn't that it's in the 4th season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't. Like I said, I'm very slow.
I actually have a question about Death March.
Yeah.
Like, is Death March the one with the slaves?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's some slavery in it. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that show, dude.
Good. Thank you.
First of all, who would they stop?
Here we go.
No, here's the thing. I love it because it doesn't take itself too seriously, and like they just never address the whole slavery problem. And like I'm like, this is great. Like this, every other show would be like, no, slavery is bad. He's just like, nah, I have like 2 or 3 slaves. This is fine.
They're more like hired servants, you know.
Well, yeah, he doesn't treat them like actual slaves, but
he treats them like a harem.
Of course he does.
More like a love triangle.
Am I hearing all this as a recommendation for Death March and endorsement of slavery?
well, there's 2 kinds of slavery. Well, and honestly, I hate to beat this up, but there's 2 kinds of slavery. There's like, there's the old kind of slavery, and then there's like the Civil War era type of slave. There's one that's more hired to kind of just pay off the debt, and then there's the kind of basically just taken and sold as property. So,
I'd like to say there's a 3rd kind of slavery. The harem kind.
I don't want to touch that.
So talk about harems. How about you, Shadow from Utah? What did you like from this past season?
Well, my favorite show from the past season was Yuru Camp, because I did not really go in expecting to like it as much as I did, and I walked out very surprised by it.
No,
it was really, really cute.
Yeah, but did you like the plot part of it, or just the artwork out of it?
Weird as it sounds, yes, weird as it sounds, the plot was good. I mean, I know it's your very typical cute girls do cute things, but I'm from a very
topic that no one really talks about. Like, I've never heard of a camping anime before in my entire life.
Yeah, I've never have either.
I'm from check that anime out. So
yeah, I'm from a very outdoorsy state of Utah, of course. So I've been camping quite a number of times in my life. So hey, this was a subject I could relate to pretty easily.
Same here.
I guess I like the artwork in that one. I think that one had the best artwork, I think, from the winter season.
And I think a lot of the episodes were pretty funny.
Yeah, it legitimately was very funny.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's going to be forgotten in the awards, or it was forgotten in the awards.
Well, it came out after.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's winter 18. So, yeah, it probably will be forgotten by then.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Just like how Chunibyo was forgotten.
Which one?
You mean Love Chunibyo and Other Delusions?
Yep.
How about you, Arceus? What did you enjoy from the winter anime season?
Honestly, I know that I'm extremely different from a lot of you when I come into anime-wise. I'm kind of a dub watcher, and I don't dislike sub. Don't get me wrong. Like I don't dislike. Like I've watched.
I like both, so.
Like I've watched Konosuba and a lot of other animes that are airing this season that are subbed and everything. I don't dislike it. I don't dislike sub at all. I just I like multitasking when I watch anime, so that's why I usually use dub. But to answer your question,
you ignore anime when you're watching it?
No.
How one does not ignore anime? One does simply ignore anime.
I'm kidding, Arceus. I'm kidding. I do the same thing. I do the same thing, Arceus. Go on.
All right, but to answer your question, I really did like Violet Evergarden. I really liked Death March, and I'm still finishing that up on Funimation, and Takagi-san as well.
Takagi-san was one of my favorites too, even though some people didn't like it because of the girl's forehead.
Yeah.
Wait. Speaking of the forehead, wasn't there another girl who had a forehead that everyone hated? What was her name? Oh yeah, Sakura.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and no one talks about Sakura anymore.
Thank you. Yeah. To be honest, that could have been her in another sense. You know, to be honest, those two could have been so related. You know, in a sense. But she does it better than Sakura. I actually want to watch this.
She does her forehead better.
I literally cannot believe we're having a discussion about foreheads. Like, I never thought this was a discussion that we would have.
Don't you know that foreheads are interdimensional portals? They're very important. Didn't you watch the FLCL episode on April 1st?
Yes, did you see that? It can open a portal to Asgard for all you know. Thor can come popping out of it.
It's kind of fun. They released, as an April Fool's joke, they released the first episode of the 3rd season of FLCL, but the 2nd season hasn't been shown yet, so...
So, Nick Fire on the chat says that Taigi-san will get an OVA this summer, which is nice. I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah, I like that.
That's actually an OVA I will actually watch.
Yeah, I don't think there was a big group that actually hated this anime. So I really wish it's not forgotten in the award season. But
yeah,
oh well. How about you, Evan? What you watch?
Honestly, I watched like maybe this season, and ultimately the show that ended up on top for me was A Place Further Than the Universe. Like, I'm not a 14 or 15-year-old girl, but like I identify with that show on a spiritual level.
It's okay.
I'm not a high school girl, but I can relate.
It's just that good, okay?
Now that's the line we catch on this podcast.
Put that on t-shirt and done. I'm not a high school girl, but I can.
So I know what Kate is gonna put in her highlights. But so yeah, I actually only watched the first 3 episodes, and I
watch all of them.
I don't know why I decided not to watch the rest, but it's just too much to keep up with.
I mean, I get it. You don't want to, embrace your inner girl, but it's okay. Once you do that, this show just becomes so magical.
Oh my god.
It's not that. I actually did not relate to the girls, but but I still think it was a good story.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Oh my
for
God,
me, I had a hard time
crying.
really getting with the art style.
The what? Sorry.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I'm sorry. I can't feel my gut. Oh.
And we just started this podcast.
I put all again. I can't breathe.
What you say, Shadow, about the artwork?
With Sorayori, it took me a while to, but even then, I'm still not very used to the artwork of Sorayori. I don't know why. It's never clicked with me. I feel like it's just, it looks like I know it's digital, but if this show would have been made like 20 years ago, that would be like some really heavy ink and painting work.
Yeah, I guess so.
Hey, Kate, you good?
I'm better. I'm fine.
Me and you were dying.
Resurrected! Like
who are we missing? Hulk, did I ask you already, Hulk?
Well, I've been talking about a few things, but honestly, I've been a bit too busy to watch a lot of anime, so I just try to keep up with the shows that are having follow-ups, and especially Gintama, which has now got its final season, part 1, because they like to be trolly. But it's so good.
Yeah.
Gintama is so effing good. It's just so good.
Watch Gintama. My Frankie's telling me to recommend Gintama. I'm like, I'm not watching Gintama yet, but I need to. It's in it has 6 seasons. And apparently, the seasons are pretty short. Or at least a minimum of at least 20 episodes.
I mean, the first season, if you want to call it that, was more of a long-running shonen with 202 episodes. But then they cut them up into smaller chunks. And
yeah,
I started watching Gintama. It was really funny from the get-go. I could see why this show is famous.
Yeah, and if you like it from the beginning, you will find it awesome further on. Because, I mean, to me, it took a little bit of a while to get used to, but once you get used to it, it's just so funny and also very, very epic when it wants to be.
Can I mention Gintama for just 1 second? During the first like 200 episodes, I have a feeling that it almost suffered what I consider the One Piece syndrome, you know, where it like runs on forever and like there's no way to like let it end, you know.
Yeah, but unlike One Piece, Gintama just didn't have a final destination or something they went for that's very obvious. Gintama is just
comedy
Gintama.
show. It's a comedy.
Yes, but unlike Gintama, One Piece is more about the world building. So
clearly,
I mean, I can argue that Gintama is also about world building, actually.
and
I think Gintama does it better.
But literally Gintama is just some of the funniest shit you'll ever see or hear, for that matter. I mean, they made comedy of just having a still image and having the characters talk on top of that for a whole episode one time. They've also screwed up their own opening theme twice that I know of.
If Deadpool was an anime, he'd probably be Gintama.
Okay, I think we've gone through all of them, but let's see. What do you guys hate from the winter anime? And let's talk about that.
Can we talk about how Beatless was such a letdown right from like the first 2 episodes?
I didn't even watch it, but I'll agree with you.
Beatless?
Wait.
Yeah,
what about that hentai?
It's basically Chobits, but less etchy.
I actually did not watch that one.
Wait, Cait, first off, thank you for the.
I know this is gonna be controversial, but
subs.
What?
Wait, what?
First off, Cait, when I popped up on I signed in my YouTube on my computer, it just said that you have a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Secondly, what about that one weird show that y'all watched that apparently said that y'all called as it was either I'm sorry if I'm stuttering. Okay. I'm trying to phrase it properly. Apparently, y'all didn't know what y'all was walking into. Apparently, and it was like what, a 3-episode, something similar to Aki Sword. It was like a hentai or something like that. I don't know.
Bible Black.
No, it involved high school. It basically involved
High School DxD?
No, involved the person that went back to high school or something like that.
What are you talking about?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Hold up. Are you talking about Real Life? Because that show premiered a couple seasons ago.
No, that's a great anime. That's a great anime.
Yeah, I need to finish that. It's so good.
Yeah,
I need to finish that.
Real Life had like 4 specials airing this season, so
I'm sorry.
Just thought I'd mention since you mentioned the anime.
My brain, I can't think straight because I was laughing so hard in the beginning.
Is there something you guys hated, Shadow or Arceus, from this past season?
Sorry,
I wouldn't say I hated this show, but I didn't like Citrus that much.
Citrus?
I did.
We call it stepsister incest show.
Yeah, I didn't like Citrus either.
For me, I knew it was either going to go. It was going to go one of 2 ways. Either I was going to like it enough, or I was going to hate it because it was going to be Kuzu no Honkai Redux. And ultimately, I was just kind of mad on it. I don't really hate the show, but I just decided to drop it late in the game.
I kind of feel like I'm kind of like with that in Citrus. I'm watching it like saying that I feel like meh, but like I maybe watch some other time. You know, it's like that. I want to watch it anytime I have to. It's like I'm mixed about it. You know.
Like, I knew Citrus, what it was going in. Well, I didn't watch it, but my sister read the manga, and she's obsessed with everything Yuri. So, of course,
I am.
Citrus,
including on ice.
But Jeffrey does not like Yuri on Ice.
That'd be yaoi on ice.
See, real quick.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine who's also she's very much into Yuri, and so I asked her if Citrus was any good, and she's like, no, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, it is very, very infamous for the incest undertones. Well, if you could even call it undertones.
Not even undertones, it's very overt.
Yeah, I call it more overtones.
But speaking of incest, I will say this, though. I have seen Kiss Exist. The manga's way better.
Okay.
Isn't it always? Isn't it always?
Yeah.
But I just want to say one of the things I can't say hated as much, but I didn't really like Darling in the Franxx, and I know that's probably gonna be controversial because I saw 3 episodes so far, and that was just because a friend of mine just said, "Oh, let's watch the 3 episodes of these." There was only 3 out at the time, and we watched, and I was like, "I've seen the memes, fine, bring it on." And we saw 3 episodes, and he's like, "Yeah, it's good," and I'm like, "Yeah."
What the frick did I just watch?
What do you say?
It was probably I was probably thinking about how you reacted. He was probably like, "What the heck did I just watch?"
Yeah, I'm not a fan of trigger animation anyway, so Darling in the Franxx, I tried watching episode 1, but the animation is so jarring I can't even.
Yeah.
So wait.
What?
Cait, you don't like trigger? You don't like Cait? You don't like trigger animation?
I think I've come to realize that after trying to watch Darling in the Franxx because I didn't watch Kill la Kill because I didn't like the fan service aspect, but
I'm sorry. Run that by me again.
Kill la Kill has fairly mild fan service compared to what you. I mean, I know that's the point, but it's not actually fairly mild.
It's over the top and zany comedies mostly, so.
It's not, and it is, but I would say Kill la Kill is more of a reflection of how human beings should embrace their. Okay, I'm just bullshit.
Can you give me your take on Puppet Pipiku?
Oh gosh!
Give me your analysis.
You couldn't.
The meme show should go to hell.
I'm waiting.
I haven't watched the Penguin anime. That is the Penguin anime, right?
No,
that's it's the anime of memes.
Oh, you're talking about Pop Team Epic?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't speak Japanese.
What? You don't?
I'm a fake weeb. Pop Team Epic, I watched like the first 3 episodes, and like after the whole, first half being by like male voice actors, like not female or whatever, I was just burnt out by it.
I'm sorry. I just can't watch Pop Team Epic. I'm sorry. I'm like, I want to. I want to check it out. Like, I think that, like, no, I love memes. I just want to keep them memes.
Is there someone in here who actually enjoyed it?
Sometimes they had some good sketches, but oftentimes I just sit there and go, I don't get it. It's like they have these few gems, but you have to go through a pile of meh to get to them.
Yeah. Well, and it's really there's a lot of references also. That's cool, but sometimes it goes over your head. So
yeah,
it's really the Mad TV for anime.
The one thing I actually liked with like having male voices and female voices in separate halves is like sometimes they say completely different things in each. And so it becomes like a little Easter egg hunt where have they done things completely different. And it's kind of interesting that way, but generally speaking, I'm conflicted about that show because, like I said, some gems, mostly meh.
Yeah,
I mean, this, though.
Yeah, go on.
The only animes I feel like they could probably get away with such over-the-top zaniness and probably the reference that could probably hold up to memedom would probably be one of these 2 shows. Either Fooly Cooly, which I'm so stoked about getting a 2nd and 3rd season, or Bo.
I think you mispronounced SpongeBob, and that's not an anime.
No, not SpongeBob. Bo.
Oh, the anime. The one that from the creators of the ra.
Yes.
Dang, they have really long, dang it, I was gonna I was gonna make a joke, but then I completely forgot of the wording I was going to use, and then the joke was ruined.
Well,
What
I
did you
hope
say?
there
That-
is. I hope Crunchyroll includes a new category this next year of the worst anime of the season or of the year, and I would vote for Pop Team over and over again.
Oh my god.
You would.
I think it's a very divisive anime. Some people will love it, some people will hate it, and some people will just go, I don't see the point of this.
Yeah, I just hate it.
I keep saying this. It was better as a manga because you may not get the joke, but at least, I mean, it was just a 4-panel manga page. You can just easily skip it. With this anime, it's like a half an hour. The episode is shown twice. One with a female cast, one with a male cast. It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
But speaking of Pop Team Epic, apparently they actually got a YouTuber to voice to voice act one of the people on Pop Team Epic.
Yeah, Joey, the anime man.
You had to do an American accent. Which you can't do.
An American accent. I still say so. I am offended by that. I think you'll get a kick of that.
Yeah. I didn't know that Joey was a voice actor for that.
I did.
Yeah, it was like his first time doing it.
Oh, sucks for his career.
It is, but it was just like a random encounter he actually got. It was a random. It was actually the cast. How he came about it was actually really random. So, or a stroke of luck, or a stroke of unluck. So,
cool. Anything else from this past season that you guys want to talk about?
You didn't get to me about the what I did like because there were a couple shows. I think we talked about last podcast.
Oh yeah, Cait, go on.
Dang it! I wish Ray was here because then I really want to convince him to watch Hakume and Mikochi because oh my god,
what's that about?
This show does not disappoint. It's a slice of life fantasy about tiny people who live in the woods, but it's really, really relaxing and it's really, really cute. It's like not boring at all.
When you said little people live in the woods, you just brought a smile to my face. I want to check it out now.
Well, do it. It's really, really good. I rated it a 9 out of 10, and I'm gonna be doing like a seasonal impressions video soon.
Sounds like a ripoff from the Smurfs, though.
What about
It's a million times better than the Smurfs.
Yes, I bet it will be. But what about the daycare anime?
Oh yeah, school
babysitters.
That was also a really good show. I really want a second season of that.
I need to check that out because that was actually one of the animes I want to check out. Cause
I mean, it's good, it's cute, but I don't think it deserves a second season.
Well, see, the thing is, if you think about it, there's a lot of animes about being a father and mother. You never really check out see the baby's perspective of it, you know.
Yeah, it's alright.
And I think there was more plot that needs to be developed. That's why I'm saying we need a second season of the show.
It wasn't really a plot-driven, and I mean, it was to an extent, but
to an extent, I think it could be in some light, but it can still keep like the fun, light, comfortable like atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, it just felt like it was more of a cute show, and if I put it in that standard, it was a great show. But if I put it in the standard that it was plot based, then it was not that good.
Speaking of plot, I'm sorry. Continue.
Okay, then would you say that How to Keep a Mummy was a better show at being cute?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Wait.
You know what? You know a show that was good at being cute and everything else at the same time? Mahotsukai no Yome, The Ancient Magus' Bride. That's really it's good, and it has really, really cute moments.
I dropped it.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Yeah, I dropped it too. Sorry.
Shame on you.
I kind of feel bad because during the Crunchyroll podcast, I actually hyped it up a lot because at that moment I actually did like it, but I don't know, it just got a little bit boring for me.
One anime that can be cute. Anime that's great, plot driven, and it can be cute at the same time. I got two: Magi and freaking Real Life.
We might have different definitions of cute.
But anyways, but Urban. But let's agree. Let's all agree that not a lot of animes are plot driven, quote unquote.
Some of them are probably epic.
If a cute show can like do its stuff well, it's still watchable.
Good point. Urban. And I'm I'm using plot loosely.
What?
What?
Quote unquote. I'm using air quotations.
Oh.
We can't see that.
Yeah.
Should I turn my camera on so you?
You have to have say quote or something.
I said quote unquote. So.
Well, yeah, but after when we said huh.
Before it.
Like any comedy anime, this podcast needs a straight man.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So,
we're all straight men here, boy.
Okay, so let's talk about the new spring 2018 season. I know a lot of you guys might have not been up to date with every episode, but we can still talk about what you guys are excited for or what you have watched. So, anyone want to start?
We've already mentioned My Hero Academia season 3. So, is there anybody who isn't excited for that?
Right?
It's obvious, but come on.
Me.
What? Wait, someone said. Wait, who said that?
Me.
Why are you not excited for it?
I just, like I said, I try to stay away from the hype train, and plus, how can you get into Detroit smashing?
How can you not get into Plus Ultra?
Well, because of this freaking move that's very smashing.
Now, I want to call you out on that, Slayer, because you've been mentioning a lot of hyped up anime. So, if you are not into hyped up anime, I don't know. You mentioned a lot of hyped up anime just a few minutes ago.
Hey! That was after the hype died down. So
I can agree that
it's like,
yeah.
Oh, you were saying?
Yeah, I can agree that hype can be negative, but My Hero Academia has already shown that it is good and actually deserving of the hype. So I think it doesn't matter at this point.
I mean, I see both. I see both sides. In one side, it is super hyped, and as everyone can probably agree with me, it got too many awards. It didn't deserve that many awards.
No,
but it is a good anime, and it shouldn't be treated like it's trash just because it got more awards than everything else.
Wait. Like Buzz Lightyear says, haters everywhere.
He doesn't say that. That's a meme.
I will say had made.
Yeah, that's an absolute meme.
No, I will say had Made in Abyss not come out, I would say that My Hero Academia would have deserved, anime of the year.
What about Food Wars?
I haven't watched Food Wars yet. I want to watch it, but
that is average really in comparison to Made in Abyss.
Yeah.
What's Made in Abyss?
You haven't seen Made in Abyss?
You need an Amazon Strike account.
Can someone please explain to Slayer what Made in Abyss is?
Me.
Okay, go, Caitlin.
Okay, so Made in Abyss.
You sounded like the Roadrunner. Me.
Okay, so Made in Abyss is a fantasy adventure drama about this girl. Well, actually, no. First of all, in this universe, there is a hole in the center of the Earth. Seems like.
Hurry up! We have stuff to reach.
I'm sorry. And the deeper the hole is, that people explore, that the more dangerous it gets. So there's this girl whose mother was an explorer, and she wants to follow in her footsteps.
This is a 12-year-old explorer girl with glasses.
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember. It took my brain a second to remember. I'm like I said,
it is so good.
It's the anime that looks like it's a children's anime, and then
but
you get
it's
to
not.
But then you get to episode 10.
Yes, and if you hadn't caught all the hints up until then, that this is a bit darker, that's when you catch on that this is some messed up shit.
I want to say that I love Nick Victory Fire on the chat because he gives us a lot of information. So thank you for you, man. But he says Main Abyss is getting 2 recap movies this year.
My buddy Demeeper's on. Anyway.
So
he also agrees with me that Magus Pride was the masterpiece from 2017. So I can give it. He seems like a credible guy.
I would agree to an extent, but the plot just lagged.
You dropped it. You have no right to say that. Keep watching.
I dropped it because it lagged.
Keep watching it if you want to complain.
Hey, Chad, you can agree with me. Have you ever played a game that lagged? Have you ever stopped playing a game that lagged?
What do you mean by lagged? Are you talking like frame rate, like technical, or are you talking about like in story or gameplay, whatever?
Like if you're playing online, also the game just lagged, like to no end, you know.
So like you're having problems with your internet connection.
That's impossible. I don't have bad internet.
No.
I don't play.
No.
What is lag for games?
Say, for example,
what is lag? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Copyright strike.
Demonetized. Sorry, Arvin.
You can't sing more than 8 seconds, guys. We're gonna get blocked.
I already got blocked on one of my freaking.
Though I wouldn't say Slayo was pretty close to the recording, but. So has anyone watched anything this season?
I'm still not finished with my winter shows. It's not behind.
Urban, what's coming out this spring?
Okay, so I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming out. I've done a few first impressions already. I did a first impressions on Comic Girls today, and
by how you described it, I was like, ick.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's cute. I thought it was pretty good. It's like school babysitter's good.
Didn't I watch that? Didn't you live stream that? Episode?
Yes, you were. Yeah, I've been live streaming all my first impressions because up to like an hour ago,
you in your car when you did that.
My desk was not set up, so yeah.
That's why I made the joke about you and the plot. You say plot loosely.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I've also watched Magical Girl, which is basically girls that transform into guys when they battle.
That looks hilarious.
Wait! Isn't that like that guy? Isn't that like that one show that pokes fun at magical girls? It's like
Successor of Madoka Magica.
No,
obviously.
No, it's the
that's Magical Girl side.
Defense Earth Club.
What was that? What was that, Kate?
Or the nickname Japanese version of the title is called Boy Boo. Like it's about these 5 guys who turn into like magical boys who defend like their student body from like
the Earth High School Defender Club, whatever.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's a new anime.
However, that show is getting like a spin-off.
What?
The High Earth Defense Club, it's getting a spin-off.
Yeah, that's the one I was referring to. Like these high school guys turning into magical girls. Like what? Well, turning magical boys. Like what?
Yeah.
They would make poke fun. Like I saw that as a.
They really poke fun at magical girl shows, but the thing is, there have been magical boy shows, so I think they were a couple years too late.
I think there's one. Is there like another one this season? Let's see. I'm checking here.
You're talking about Maho Shoujo Site?
I don't know.
Hey, Irvin.
Look up.
Yeah.
Look up the spring.
What's up?
I was wondering if you wouldn't mind. I just didn't want to interrupt a lot of people. That's why I've been staying quiet.
No, you're good, Arceus.
I didn't know if
You're
you
good.
wanted me to give a reveal what I thought of spring or something.
Yeah. What do you think about the spring anime?
If I gotta be
That's interesting.
If I gotta be honest with you, I came into the season thinking, well, I don't really know a lot of these shows or something, or they're just getting a lot of sequels or a lot of like My Hero Academia, for example, or Steins Gate. So I came in with thinking I probably won't get into a lot of the spring season, but definitely my mind has changed since then because I have seen the first episode of 3D Kanojo Real Girl.
Yeah.
I have seen. I'm going to my anime list.
And I saw that, by the way.
What'd you think?
I actually liked it. It's interesting. When I read the title, I thought that it was going to be like a virtual reality show, but it wasn't. It was just a guy that likes a actual real life girl.
Yeah,
just calls her 3D. But yeah, I mean, it looks like a interesting love story. Though I don't like that she is a loosely girl character.
Yeah, I know what you
So, but what else have you watched?
I saw the first episode of Akun to Kanojo, or Akun and his girlfriend. It's this like 5 minute like series or that with episodes coming out.
Yeah.
It was pretty it was all right. It's kind of relating, I think, to Aho Girl a little bit more, I feel like. That's it.
I can see that too. There's another one called Alice or Alice that's very similar, and that one's actually 3 minutes.
I've seen it. That's the other one that I've seen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw the Akun and his girlfriend episode 1 like before this podcast actually.
Oh wow.
And like it sounds cliche, but for some odd reason when the boyfriend like is not in his like tsundere state.
Yeah.
He's funny.
Yes,
funny.
I agree.
Yeah. Have you watched Alice or Alice, Cait?
Yeah.
Are you talking about like the twin Alice girls show?
Yeah.
Hell no. That looks fan servicey as hell.
Yeah, it's not a good show.
Yeah, like it gave me that very disgusting vibe, and I was like, no.
Wait, guys.
What you think about it, Arceus?
Honestly, I thought like I was actually talking to a couple of friends about actually Alice or Alice, and I was joking around saying, "Hey, it's the next Pop Team Epic where everyone's gonna hate on it and everything." I just kind of was making a joke out of it.
Yeah,
but
well, it's a short anime, like it's short episodes, so not a lot of people will actually watch it until it ends. Because I mean, who wants to wait a whole week just to watch a 3-minute episode?
True.
I mean, I waited each week for Love is Like a Cocktail, and that was a pretty good show.
You like Love is Like a Cocktail?
It was actually pretty
I
decent.
have not heard of any of these.
I've not heard of that one.
that one came out in the summer, right?
I think
it was summer or fall.
I think it was the fall of last year.
Yeah, but okay, so I put it like this.
Decent.
I don't like food-based anime. It's just weird
it
to me.
actually teaches you how to make very decent drinks.
Cocktails.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it was all right.
Hey guys, what about 7 Deadly Sins?
It's not out yet.
I've never
watched it.
I only watched the first episode one time, and I want to watch more, but I haven't had the time.
Yeah, it's not out yet on Netflix. Season 2 has been out already in Japan.
I've actually have it on Netflix. It says season 2 is on, but it's like only a few episodes on. But I've actually looked.
That's just like the OVA or something.
Yeah. It's the OVAs.
Hey,
my stupid ex-boyfriend showed me the first episode to 7 Deadly Sins, and I was just like, absolutely not.
I love that you described him as
Okay,
your
I do have a
ex-boyfriend.
question. I do have a question.
Well, he turned into an alcoholic and drug addict, so.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god. Man, Cait, you got dark.
Well,
I'm not lying.
Okay. How about you, Shadow? Have you seen anything this season?
No, I have not watched anything out of the new season.
Oh
yet.
yes, you told me. Yeah, you're not done with the
I'm
winter.
still not even done with the
Hey, Irvin.
I was
Yes.
gonna try and binge my way through the last few episodes of watching, but
Hey,
got too emotional.
Yeah.
hey, Irvin, I do have a question. Legitimate question.
Go on.
Are there any like either winter or spring animes that y'all are looking forward to?
For the spring, I'm gonna come out straight out and say there is a guilty pleasure that I personally don't usually like fan service anime, but I do have a guilty pleasure, and that's High School DxD, and it's coming out this season. Woo!
I was talking about.
Yeah, not the season of
I
that.
said movies.
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 This is an anime podcast, dude.
No, I'm talking about anime movies, like spring anime movies that are coming out. You excited for? Because not a lot of movies get talked about, you know.
Yeah.
don't mind me as I search up the movies that are coming out.
Yeah, I do the same thing, maybe.
Movies. It's so hard to talk about movies because there's such a long gap between the time they come out in Japan and between the time they maybe come out here.
That is
If
very
they
true.
come out.
Well, and a lot of them won't come out. Obviously, I can't wait for the Dragon Ball Super one, but that's not going to come out till September, November, something like that.
But I do. But other than anime. Speaking of anime, who's your favorite like studio? You know.
I've heard studio.
Yeah.
Somebody's having a phone call.
Please, we're gonna try again.
Hey, Irvin.
Yes.
So I have another one that I actually watched the first episode of was Kakiryo no Yadameshi, I think.
Hey, Meshi?
Yeah, the where the girl goes into the like Ayakashi world or yokai world. Or
Oh yeah, the yokai world. Yeah. Where she is supposed to marry the ogre king.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty alright. I mean, it was pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it has definitely a good start. It's definitely going to be a Yari anime, so Cait, you might like that.
Wait, you said Yaoi or Yari?
Yari with an R. Well, yeah.
It's a mix of. It sounds like a mix of Yaoi and Yuri, so it's both of them at the same time. Which means it's not a boy and a boy or a girl and a boy, but it's a boy and a girl. This is extraordinary. I've never heard of anything like it.
That's called straight.
But
It's called homosexual. I mean, it's called heterosexuality.
Yeah, I was like,
I
Boy and
also
girl together is called
Okay,
homosexuality.
Revolutionary.
anyways, but yeah,
I also watched Comic Girl.
the English I think title is Bed and Breakfast for Spirits.
Yeah.
But essentially, you have a girl that goes to this world or the spirit world, and instead of marrying the king, she decides to pay the debt that her grandpa has by working in the spirit world. But spirits don't like her, or they just don't like humans in general. So they treat her like an outcast. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best one. There's another one that I saw, which was Uma Museum Pretty Derby. I don't know if you guys have heard that one, but it's about a horse girl that wants to be the best.
I didn't
Horse.
The best that ever was. Yeah, we all went there.
What?
I said that we all went there to the Pokemon theme because people started singing that.
Yeah,
Wants to be the very best.
she wants to be the very best.
That no
The
one
best
ever.
that ever was.
Yeah, we went there.
Anyways, there's actually 2 episodes of that one already out. that one came out last week. The first episode came out, and then the second episode came out pretty soon afterwards. So essentially, it's a world where horse girls exist, and they have a special school where they have a sport where they race, and regular humans.
Oh my god!
But horse girls, are they like? How are they? Are they like?
They're basically just a human.
Centaurs?
No, they're not centaurs. They're just a very fast human with ears and a tail, I believe. I think they have a tail. But
that's not something I can get.
It's essentially.
Here's the thing:
girls, like, let them go all the way.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm actually a fan. You know, the way they do like freaking cat girls, where it's just the ears and like maybe a tail
Neko
sometimes.
girl,
Like
I'm a fan of.
I'm down for the horse girls. I'm really down for it.
I can't get. I'm sorry. I just can't. The horse girls is a little too much. It's just.
Well,
Fine. I mean, you have stuff like Monster Musume with like all the other monsters.
No.
Somebody's traumatized.
I guess that's where you draw the line.
Oh, and there's also Space Battleship Tiramisu, which is also a short episode anime, and it's basically a guy that fights robots in space and then eats food afterwards.
In space.
Robots in space.
So yeah, that's not really good. I wouldn't recommend that one. But is there anyone excited for the second season or a continuation? I know that they're continuing record of Grand Crest War, which I think is nonsense. Yeah, no one's watching it. So
no one's watching what?
Record of Grand Crest War.
No idea.
No idea. If you don't know what it is,
I call it the Fire Emblem ripoff.
Yeah, essentially.
If they would have, I hate to bring this up, but if they would have. I wish they'd continue Arpeggio Blue Steel. I think they did it one time. I don't know if they did or not, but they need to continue that.
Yeah. Well, they're also continuing Katana Maidens from the last season, which I appreciate that. I don't know why they're continuing and not just doing a second season later, but oh yeah.
Didn't they originally say they were going to do 24 episodes of that?
Yeah. They are.
So anyway, you recommended me to give it a second chance, and I did. And holy Lord, I was so wrong about Katana Maidens.
Yes, you were. You were wrong.
What's it about?
It's about maidens that have katanas.
Well, there's more to it than that.
Obviously.
Obviously.
So basically, it's almost like your stereotypical, there's an alien monster race attacking the humans, and these special maidens who wield katanas have to destroy them, but there's actually a very much darker secret as to why these monsters exist.
Yeah, and there's the dark secret, or like the big revelation is given to you from the beginning. Which
government conspiracy?
Yeah, it's a government conspiracy.
Interesting.
Area 51 confirmed.
So, anyways, it's pretty good. I think it's.
This is called Katana Maidens. You said
Katana Maidens. Yeah, I think it's actually being dubbed for those who watch dubbed.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm watching it dubbed right now. Their voice actors for the dub are really good.
Definitely.
Wait. I do have a question. I know it's about us. I know we're talking about spring animes, but I do have a question for you. How often do you guys watch like either underrated animes or animes no one's ever watched?
I watch a lot of underrated animes, to be honest. I'm not really in the big mainstream area.
I used to watch like both the big mainstream and some really obscure titles, and often find a few favorites there, but. Lately, I've been too busy to actually be able to pick and choose and watch a lot, so I usually just stick with the big ones. So, for instance, for this season, in addition to My Hero Academia, I'm also watching Steins Gate 0, and that new sort of...
Yeah! Boy!
I need to watch Steins Gate. I still have yet to got. I need to watch.
Steins Gate is effing amazing.
Wait.
You need to stop the podcast and go watch it.
You have to watch before you die.
Wait. Speaking of Steins Gate, can I tell you something? I am a scientist. I am so cool, son of a bitch.
Is that like the only thing you know about it?
They can't do. They didn't do that one in the dub. So.
Oh yeah, in the English dub, Okurin decides that he was gonna speak like he was from the hood, which I think made it even more racist. Yeah, it made it even more racist.
He's so cool, son of a bitch. And the guy just answers, "Nan desu ka?"
Nan desu ka? Yep, nan desu ka.
In the English dub, Okurin says at the end of his racist stint, "Word to your mother."
What?
But that scene reminds me of SAO Abridged.
Word to your mother?
Speaking of SAO, is anybody gonna be watching the Sword Art Online alternative Gun Gale Online?
Unfortunately, I am.
Yeah,
I am.
Here's the thing. I'm intrigued by it. I don't know what to think because apparently it's a side story for Gun Gale Online with some completely different character. So it won't be the characters we're used to seeing. So I have my hopes up that a new set of characters and some more focus on the game, rather than everything being a life or death, is going to be a good thing. But I don't know.
Gun Gale was actually pretty interesting.
I'm intrigued and cautiously optimistic.
Or it wouldn't be about Kirito going after his main waifu and leaving his harem behind.
Oh.
I get. Is anyone going to watch the? I guess the next season of Mob Psycho 100.
Yes.
That one was just announced, so it's not now. But that
one is the first season.
Just seen One Punch Man. I gotta check out Mob Psycho now. So.
Is it not coming out this season? I thought the season's coming out. Oh no, the OVAs are coming out this season. Or actually, I think the OVA is already out.
Yeah, the one with everything from Reagan's point of view.
Yes.
Yeah, that one. That's effing brilliant.
Is it?
It is brilliant because it's the entire recap you need for the first season, but Reagan talks about it as if he's the hero of the story. So
nice.
That's pretty funny.
It is. You should watch it.
Cool.
What's okay? I have a legitimate question. What's an anime that you are so glad that you either so glad that you didn't watch and or refuse to watch or regret watching entirely?
There's a lot of anime that I'm happy that I never watched.
I'm glad I never watched School Days.
Yes, be glad, because that's a terrible anime.
Shout out to Arcada of Glass Reflection.
I actually have some about School Days. I actually have. I know the animation is subpar in some areas, but you have to think it's actually one of the most original and storylines of the entire of anime in general.
Not really. That. It's just a darker route of a visual novel. That's pretty much
that's all it is. I played the visual novel.
Realistic. But it was so bad. It's so horrible.
Well, think about this. Because let me tell you this. Because in School Days, the main dude Makoto is. I know because we always get emotionally attached to the characters. We're supposed to root for the guy. And because how awful he is, he's written and executed properly. But also because, and there are actually people like that in real life that that manipulate people to get their way.
So you're saying all men that do that should die? Because I would agree.
In some ways, yeah. It's like the way justice, yes, that you need, but this shows that he's coming. But he eventually got what coming to him, you know. But it's just like I don't think he should have died. But at the same time, it could have went either way. He could have died or could have just kept doing it.
Well,
eventually would have come to a head. So
I understand the concept of the anime. It doesn't make it better though. I mean, yes, yeah. You're essentially it's just explaining the concept of it, and that's great, but it doesn't make it better.
But now I will say this though: the anime is. I'm so glad let me phrase. I regret watching. They are twofold. One is. I'm sorry, what was that?
Pop Team.
I didn't watch it, so I don't care.
No.
Is Aki Sora and Green
Be
Green.
gone.
And who?
Aki Sora and Green Green.
I think I've heard of the first one. I haven't heard of the second one.
You haven't heard of Green Green?
I don't think so.
Good.
I've heard it in name. I don't think I know much about it though.
I also regret watching Anime Gatorades. I can't believe I finished that.
I think it was actually pretty good. I
to
think.
watch that.
I thought that was actually interesting.
Oh, I mean, I thought it was really good at the beginning. Like, it was really good at the beginning, but then, like, at the ending, I didn't really understand. Like, I felt like they were kind of forcing him as a villain and everything. But, like...
Yeah. The entire thing is, it's full of cliches and bad plot points, and that's the point.
Yes, I liked it.
Okay, that makes a little more sense.
I liked it. I liked it better than Gamers from last year.
No,
Oh God!
I like Gamers.
Not thinking about it.
You didn't like Gamers?
I like
Gamers.
Gamers. I really.
Gamers was good.
Now I think about it.
It was good to just have something to laugh to. Predictable to a fault, yes. Still funny, you bet.
Now I think about
Dude,
So my favorite. The one that
2017 anime for me was so much fun. There was so much I loved in that season.
Yeah, but if you want to talk about things you can absolutely regret watching, Chaos Head, and then following it up, knowing that's terrible, you watched Chaos Child, which is what I
watched
did.
Chaos. I watched Chaos Head. That was okay. Like,
I've never seen Chaos Child or Chaos Head.
I saw like the first couple episodes of Chaos Head, and I didn't get it.
Chaos Head is like, I watched Chaos Head because when I was going to watch Steins Gate, I was gonna be binging that, but then I saw that this happens after the events in an anime called Chaos Head, so I watched Chaos Head first, and that was horrible. I came into the Steins Gate with such low expectations and was blown away. I was like, is this really based in the same universe? And well, that was just
me, it was the
in my
opposite.
mind.
I heard it was really confusing.
Chaos Head is more than confusing. It's just bad. It's shit. You shouldn't watch it. And you know
like
what
Girls
I did?
Bravo.
And on top of that, knowing that Chaos Head was absolutely terrible, last year came the direct sequel called Chaos Child. Now, direct sequel to Chaos Head, not just this is in the same universe like Steins Gate is, direct sequel with the same kind of storyline and themes and all that stuff. And I was just going, oh god, please no. And then I went, let's watch it and see just how bad this train wreck ends up. So I watched it.
Yeah, no, it was still a train wreck. It was absolutely still a train wreck. I agree.
Yeah. I regret every decision I made that made me watch both those anime.
Yeah, I now regret Chaos Head and Girls Bravo. So, but I don't regret watching the B Project. So that was actually a really good anime.
Yeah, I've seen Girls Bravo. I only saw 2 episodes. And I didn't really like it.
Good. Don't finish it. It's god awful.
One anime I regret watching is called Love and Lies. It premiered in the summer of last year, and I thought for a dystopia, they were going to do something really creative with it, but then it turned into like your cliche love triangle romance anime that looked like none of the characters were in danger in a way. And I was like, screw you.
I've never seen Love and Lies.
Like, it had a really good premise, but then the execution was just your cliche romance school anime.
Wow.
Have you guys seen Desert Punk?
I started that anime. I had to finish. It's really funny.
See, that's the anime I regret watching.
Why?
I hated nearly that show, and I feel like it's just because it was like I get shows that don't take themselves seriously, but I feel like that show had an imbalance of not taking itself seriously and trying to take itself seriously, and it didn't work for me.
Speaking of which, I do have a question. Has anyone seen the movie? I believe it's called Now and Then, Here and There.
I own the series, but I've not actually watched it. I saw like the first couple episodes at a convention I went to like years ago, but I've not since watched the whole series.
I want to check this series out.
Nick Victory says worst anime he's watched is King's Game. The animation's getting season 2. What?
Why is a lot of season 2s and the ones I want are not?
Yeah, I recently reviewed Tokyo Game, which is a manga only. It's not an anime, but it's very similar to King's Game, except the ending of it was so much better and less bullcrap than King's Game. So, but did anyone else watch King's Game?
No.
Nope. I have a buddy.
Only 2 episodes. I haven't finished it yet, but what do you think? You think it does leave off or drop it?
Well, I mean, it's one that if you like gore and you like horror anime, you'll like it. But the ending is just bad. I mean, I think the first 11 episodes were great, and there were cringy scenes. I like horror anime, and there were some good cringy scenes, but the last episode where it explains the game basically is kind of bullcrap, and it's just kind of left field.
I had a friend that watched King's Game, but I do have a question though. You said you did Irvin. You did say you like gory anime, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so does that mean you've seen Elfen Lied?
I actually have not watched that yet. It's on my list.
Oh, there's a show I regret watching.
That was the first time I've seen gore in anime.
I regret watching Maji Kano.
But
yeah.
Now I will say this in my defense. I thought I was going to regret watching Speed Grapher. Now I won't. Now it is kind of a little bit of a slugfest to get to the first few episodes, but really good. It's really well done. I don't regret watching that anime. It was really well. It was really good for such a gory anime that has some disturbing scenes. It is really well done. It's really good.
Hey, no one has mentioned Tokyo Ghoul is getting third season.
It's just bad.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Don't care for it.
I don't care for it, but I'm about to mention Tokyo Ghoul.
Is it bad? Who's watched the first episode?
It's horrible, horrendous, and needs to exist.
Is it? I want to hear your thoughts, Evanit0.
Okay, see, first of all, I watched the first. Hated it because just nothing about it was good. People were like, "Oh my god, it gets good towards the end." I watched it until the end, and the last episode didn't make it better. It was a cool moment, but it didn't make the overall show. So I went into season 2 recently, trying to catch up for season 3, and I might just make the show better because some people said that season 2 is better. I watched season 2, also absolute garbage, and except for the last 3 episodes, which were just downright amazing, and I was like, holy crap, this show has some hope. And I ended that season on a high note, and I was like, this is for season 3. And then season 3 started, and I watched the first episode, and I'm starting to think that this is a trend with Tokyo Ghoul where it's just garbage at the beginning and the end is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's one of those animes that I feel like the storyboard, when they sat down, they kind of decided we want to reach this point. But whenever they wrote how to get to that point,
they threw it out the window.
They're probably drunk. They probably had a little bit too much to drink. And
too much sake,
They're like, quick, we need some plot points.
Wait, Evanit0. Speaking of Tokyo Ghoul, you know what the difference between Tokyo Ghoul and AnimeMixer1 is?
What is the difference?
Tokyo Ghoul has better plot.
You know what? I would agree. Except I love AnimeMixer1. I don't know.
Me
is this a joke against that?
I'm trying to make a joke because I've heard a terrible thing about AnimeMixer1.
I mean, the main lead
It's
in
amazing.
AnimeMixer1 is boring as crap, but the rest of the characters are pretty decent.
Everyone has their own opinion.
it's kind of like My Hero Academia, Main character
No,
sucks.
go that. Hey,
It's not boring.
Don't you dare touch
Main
my
character sucks.
Don't you dare touch my Deku! You hear me?
Great.
Those fighting words, though.
Don't you dare touch my little Deku!
I would push Deku to like the villains and just let him die.
Deku!
Well, that's the point. He can't die.
He has that plot armor.
They, as of right now, there's just not a way he can die. But I'm sure there will be a way.
Don't you dare touch my Deku.
I can't touch him.
Deku is my husbando. Back off.
Wait, Irvin can't touch him. He's already got a wife.
I don't think he meant it that way.
Haven't you watched Leah's
say,
latest video? You can now engage your waifus.
You're very protective of your senpai, aren't you? Please tell me you're not Yandere.
Who?
All right, Yuki.
Who?
What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
I wanted to ask you all a question. I wanted to ask you all a question if you didn't mind.
Yeah.
What animes would you all want to get another season in the future that has not been confirmed yet?
One Piece.
One Piece, the new season for One Piece. It still only has one season.
Yeah, one season after the whole 8-season debacle.
Oh, I see now. It's called One Piece because the entire series is One Piece.
That's a good question though, because every anime that I've wanted to have a sequel is getting one right now.
I would say No Game No Life, honestly.
You know, there's not that many that.
Life can go fuck itself.
Damn.
Why?
Which one?
No Game No
Yes,
Life.
No Game No Life.
I don't blame her because of the ending. It's like it's a great anime, but it just leaves on that exceptional cliffhanger.
I know.
Wait.
But if we exclude the most douchebag cliffhanger of all time, I think the one I would like to have a second season is Batum.
Yes, I
That's
would
the
love
one.
Batum for a second season.
And after that, I would have loved Log Horizon to get a third season.
Oh, actually, you're right. That is one I want a sequel for. Log Horizon.
I'd say for me, Chrome Shell Regios, because even though I think one of the directors passed away during the production, I would love to see a second season because there's so much world to be built in Chrome Shell Regios. But I can't see. I'm trying to think of any other ones I could think of at the moment.
I want a third spin-off of the Love Live series.
So do I.
And I know they say there's a movie of Yuri on Ice coming out, but I want a full-fledged season 2.
Yes, please do.
So I really liked Saga of Tanya the Evil.
Oh my god, yes.
And
Does that have a movie in the works?
Yes, it has a movie
does.
coming.
It does. But he was asking for seasons, not for movies.
Movie. There are movie sequels too. So
I know you're probably not gonna like it when I say this, but honestly, I really do want a second season to the smartphone anime.
Punk.
The what?
What was that?
Smartphone. That show. Yeah.
Oh, in another world with my smartphone?
Yeah.
With
I
your
know
loved one.
people don't like it.
I saw the title and just went nope.
I know
I saw the
people
title
don't
of
like
that,
it.
Like, really, anime is selling out.
Okay, between that and Death March is tons and tons of better.
Of course it is. I mean, of course it is. The reason why
You're comparing like an average, an okay show to a show with the most like ass backwards concepts. Of course, Death March is going to be better.
Yeah, the only reason, like, here's the thing. I know that the isekai genre from 2016, like, I know it's dying right now, and they're really good shows back then, as you know, like ReZero and Konosuba. But, like, I got into anime a little bit later, and, like, you know, I really enjoyed the fantasy world animes because Sword Art Online was, like, my first anime that I watched. But, you know, I watched it, and, you know, I didn't get into a lot of anime series or fantasy worlds before I saw that. So I feel like that's kind of the reason why I kind of enjoyed it than a lot of other people, but I feel
I mean, I completely understand you, man. I like fantasy animes and go to a different world. That's why I like Death March. But in another world with my smartphone, it was just the only good part to it was the fan service. Yeah. And when the only good part to an anime is fan service, it's a trashy anime.
Yeah. You know that's bad.
True.
You know that is bad.
Yeah.
I also want a Konosuba season 3.
It's overstayed its welcome.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it, but I don't think it's the best. A different world anime. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind a third season.
Yeah.
Urban, Arceus. First,
I mean,
off,
after the second season, yeah.
Yeah, Slay, come on.
Yeah, I was agreeing with you. First off, Urban, because fan service does not an anime make. Fan service is supposed to be a break from all the high octane action or story that we've seen. You know, just to kind of give us a breather. And Arceus did mention this when we did do a podcast a while back. He, as he slowly explained, he got into anime later, but I would like to see other seasons come about, but what else? I'm losing my train of thought.
Come on, man! If you don't like fan service, then why did you mention Green?
Well,
I think I'm the only one. I might be the only one that actually got that reference. I didn't say anything, but Green is not a good anime.
Because
it's shameful of you to know that.
because it was like the fan service. I didn't watch it for the fan service. I tried to see if it was how bad it was. I want to see how bad it was. See if it was true.
So if for everyone else who probably is lost, Green is an anime based on a hentai game.
Oh, great! I need another one of those.
Isn't that one of those stats
of quality
that every anime should have?
I mean, that's fan service led as much as you can.
But surprisingly, they don't. Surprisingly, the fan service is actually not prevalent. You know, like
it was. Yeah, I mean, it came out in early 2000s, so it had to be very censored. So they didn't put all these sex scenes. Hey,
Irvin, you mind if I put my anime list account in the description or the comments?
Yeah, man. You guys all share all your stuff on the chat, and then once the video is done, you guys can put in the comment section. I'll make sure it goes through. I know sometimes it blocks it, but I'll make sure it goes through. So
speaking about anime and whatnot.
Okay, yeah, it says.
Arceus, one last thing. Nick said that the smartphone anime is getting a second season.
I know, that's interesting.
What's up?
But speaking of Green, Urban, you know who had more character development than anyone else in that show? More memorable. Know what the most memorable character was in that whole anime was?
Man, I only know what it's about. I didn't actually see it.
me and my buddy saw it. Me and my friend saw it. The most memorable character was a cactus.
Cactus. I am now.
And them bears that attacked them 3 idiots. They're trying to always get a girl, you know. But other than that, I want to say this. I think I asked it last time, but I want to hear everyone's opinion now that I'm here. What manga would y'all love to see adapted into an anime?
I just said it. Tokyo Game is one of them, definitely.
I don't think much manga.
Girls Tour, when it first came out, I got the first 2 volumes before the anime came out, and I think when I did the review for the first volume, I said that I wish there was an anime for it, and then it came out. So
I'm going to interrupt you, Irvin. Okay, I just wanted to let you know that I requested a friend request on my anime list. I got.
How does one get an anime list?
I'll follow anyone on YouTube, anyone like that. You know, we're all here to help each other, support each other. So just tell me what it is, and I'll follow you.
So how does one get an anime list? I don't have one.
You go to myanimelist.net and sign up.
This
Okay,
podcast is sponsored by My Anime List. Go to myanimelist.com.
Guys, if you want to be part of my anime list, go to the link below.
For more content, like, comment, and subscribe.
I actually, for those who are adding me from my anime list, I'm horrible at updating my anime list. I don't think I've updated since last spring, so yeah.
And you call yourself an AniTuber?
Okay, according to Irvin's My Anime List, his last anime update was Akiba's Trip, the animation.
That's old.
Wait.
Personally, I use Anime News Network because it does the same thing.
I think it's a more focused on like you getting out the announcements that there is a new season or this hyped anime is coming.
Well, no,
or
they have a way for rating and keeping track of your shows too.
But hey, Kate.
Yeah?
Same question I kind of asked Irvin. What manga would you love to see made into an anime?
What manga? I know there's one that I really loved, or I actually did a video on this. Let me say
it's basically a question for everyone, just because I want to get everyone's opinion on it. So,
I mean, absolutely. Where is it?
Hey, Irvin, you want me? Could I put my YouTube link in the description too?
Yeah, man. Your YouTube is already on the description, man.
Oh, it is. Oh, the description. Yeah.
What is this?
Who the hell is making that squeaky noise?
I have my little rat with me, Radigan. So.
Aw, you have a rat. That's nice.
It's a toy rat. His name's Radigan. I use it.
So
I'm
on my anime list. I'm on my anime list, and I haven't elongated in such a long time that.
Come on, Irvin, update the list.
It's asking me to do a new password.
Oh,
dear.
Evanit0.
Yo, what's up?
Irvin, that's what happens when you wait.
One does not simply update an anime list.
One does not simply update an anime.
There it is. One does not simply update an anime list. I love that meme.
Okay. To answer the manga question, there was this manga series I really enjoyed. It's called Beauty Pop, and it's as shoujo of a hair cutting manga as it gets. But because of that, I thought it would make a very interesting anime, especially with how they do the hair cutting inside the show or inside the series in general. I just thought it would be nice.
I think they may have done that already in some way. Because I remember someone was a butler and or that their cut was one girl's hair or something like that. I thought I saw it on Crunchyroll, but
there's some show like that, but it was like a fantasy mystery dark show. This is very shoujo, very romantic comedy.
Check it out.
The manga series I'm talking about.
Is anyone else? Does anyone else actually read regularly manga, or is everyone just an anime kind of?
Other than like the long running ones, I do read One Piece and Hunter x Hunter, but other than that, I don't.
I just took out the latest English translated issue of American Assassination Classroom outside of my library today.
Cool.
Now, but for me, I have a couple. Because these are mangas that like have either been completed or have several like seasons of the manga. You know. So one, you know, it's a really interesting anime. It's really good. I love it hardly. I read it every time I get a chance. It's called Faster Than a Kiss. It's basically where this this high school student and her baby brother, or basically a toddler brother, are basically homeless. But the teacher basically helps them out and basically not forces her to marry him, but has them live with him under the guise that they're married.
Wait, is this the manga series I think you're talking about? Is it called Stepping on Roses?
No.
Okay, because that manga was a complete train wreck.
The one I'm talking about is called Faster Than a Kiss.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I completely missed what you said there.
It's really
no, I've
good.
never heard of it.
I've heard of it. I mean, it's all right. I wouldn't say it's the best. And that's probably why it hasn't got an anime yet.
That's why I say it probably make at least a 12 episode anime, or at least a couple.
Yeah, maybe. There's one that it's actually coming out this season. It's a gore series I'm reading called Magical Girl Sight. It's another Magical Girl one, but it's a gory one. It's a spin-off of Magical Girl Apocalypse, which I finished that series. I'm
gonna watch that anime this season.
So the first one didn't come out, but the spin-off Magical Girl Sight is coming out. So, and I believe it's coming out on Crunchyroll. They're the ones that announced it, but not sure if it's going to be on Crunchyroll or Amazon Prime. If it's on Amazon Prime, I'm going to have to get it illegally somewhere.
But at least they don't have the anime strike anymore.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm not sure if you know or not, but do you think or know if the SAO alternative is going to be getting a dub?
No idea.
Probably, because it's by Aniplex and they usually dub their shows.
Yeah.
But another one.
I mean, I think it's too popular for the American audience, for the American licensors to not dub it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll pick it up in a heartbeat. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going through the manga section of my anime list, and I completely remembered another series I wish they could turn into an anime, because I call this the better version of Naruto.
Oh? Is there anything better?
Actually, yes, it is.
Black Clover?
Naruto.
Okay, whoever said Black Clover, you should excuse yourself from this podcast. Thank you.
Don't do it.
I'm gonna leave. I'm kidding.
Is Black Clover even good? I think I've only seen an episode or so, but
to me, it's not good. It's your stereotypical shonen anime.
Once you pass the first 10 episodes, it's pretty good.
Oh, so a slow start. All right.
No, it's not a slow start. It's just
a very dumb start.
It's very typical. It's just very typical to
Got it.
any other
And also,
other
if you
shonen.
want to watch Black Clover, watch it in English, not in the original Japanese, because that sucks.
There it is.
Yeah, the Black Clover dub actually makes it bearable, and it's not a bad show at all, actually.
But
Well, no, the guy who voices Asta in the English dub does it a million times better than his original voice actor, because, dear Lord.
It's the screaming part that makes it unbearable in the sub version. Yeah, I'm actually watching it dub. I changed since episode 3 once the dub came out. But I mean, I still sometimes watch the subs just to keep up to the newest one. And the voice character fixes himself in the later episodes. He's not screaming the entire time. And that's really because the character's not screaming during the entire time also.
But
Okay, so can I go back to what I wanted to say before the Black Clover interruption?
Go for it.
Before you get triggered.
The title of the manga is called Itsuwari Bito, and it's basically about this. It takes place. I forgot which era of Japan it takes place, but it's almost ancient Japan.
Feudal Japan.
Yeah.
Did you say Morito?
I don't know, but
Is it a period that has lots of samurai?
That's feudal.
But it starts
That's
with this
feudal Japan. From around 1300 to 1900, around 1900 AD.
Anyway, it's about this orphan boy who usually gets into a lot of trouble because he is a bold-faced liar, and he is raised in this village where basically all the children are orphans, which is interesting take, I guess.
So Black Clover.
It's not Black Clover.
Can you stop?
Stop.
One does not trigger Cait and get away alive. So.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, this boy lives in this village, and he's liked by the other kids, and even the elders can tolerate him despite his antics. But then one day, a whole tribe of assassins, completely destroy the village and basically kills every single person this guy loved.
And then he wants to be the Wizard King.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Oh my God! Stop. And so he decided he was gonna get revenge on these assassins because he's like, hey, you can't kill every single person I love. Like, I may be a liar, but at least I'm not a murderer. So he decides to become as the title says, an Itsu or Ibito, which is basically a term for he will lie to your face, but he's basically a hero. Like, he'll only lie just to defend people.
Okay.
And of course he's
a white liar.
A doctor, a girl, and a tanuki. And they basically go on adventures saving people. And trust me, this is a way better version of Naruto than Naruto could ever be.
So Black Clover.
Anyone else think that...
It's not Black Clover!
Anyone else think that sounds like a spin-off of Black Clover?
It is not Black Clover.
Okay, but let's just be honest. It's a shonen
I'm just joking.
manga, so it's going to be similar.
It is similar
I'm sorry, Cait.
but it's a lot more entertaining. It really gets the ball rolling after the first volume.
That's like saying that's a shonen is gonna be similar. Is basically, can you imagine yourself saying that if it was My Hero Academia? Boku no Hero Academia and Black Clover are both shonen anime, so they're basically the same thing.
I mean, they are though.
Oh dear.
Hey guys, can we at least not laugh one thing? It's so funny when a Cait gets triggered. So it's so funny, but
Yep.
You want to know what the best part of that is?
Every time I get triggered.
You want to know what the best part of her being triggered is?
What?
She doesn't like Studio Trigger.
She doesn't like.
Oh! That was good.
You know, guys,
I know that was a jab at me, but that was pretty good.
You make it less fun when you actually mention the joke and explain it.
Yeah, that's true.
hey guys, speaking of which, I'm actually a meme. Because
Camouflage Wisdom wants to know why Black Clover is Kate's favorite anime.
I'll give you different reasons why Black Clover is Kate's favorite anime. I'll start with the voice actor.
Let me start off with Deku, all right?
When Cait...
I'm sorry, is this person in the chat asking to go to hell?
You have been warned. Run.
Save yourselves!
When Cait is very tired, she needs a soothing voice, and she just likes to listen to his voice sometimes.
You just be careful and listen to my soothing voice.
Deku!
I don't even cool it.
Fuck all of you.
No, let's start off with Deku, and then I'll bring it over to Irvin, and you can talk more about Deku.
Cait, I'm sorry about that. It's just okay.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Night Robber, who was not with us in this podcast, but he is with us in the chat right now, and he says that he actually does like Black Clover in English dubbed. So, Kate, are you saying you hate Robert now?
Oh! I wish Night Robert was here. That would be so funny. I wish he was here.
Yep.
That'd be funny.
Night Robert had to work, so he wasn't here. So that's okay.
It'd be funny.
Yeah, normally we do this at night, but
he'd
yeah.
be laughing his butt off, you know.
Well, it's nice to have it in the afternoon. We've had quite a bit of people chime in on the chat, so I think it's been a good podcast. I don't know if you guys have anything else to say about the winter or spring anime, but
it seems Brandon Bowles in the chat had a question. So if you can just retype that, maybe we can answer it.
First off, I want to see if the chat has any questions for all of us, but I never did say who the other mangas I wanted to be turned to animes.
I don't have any. Like the ones I read have become animes. They're One Piece and Hunter x Hunter. So
yeah, of course you would, but for me it was.
Can you repeat the question again?
Excuse me. Me? Okay. It was what mangas would you like to be turned into animes?
Oh, okay. You showed that question.
Henshin Metamorphosis.
But I was also asking the chat to see if they had any. I wanted to see if the chat had any questions for.
Yeah, guys. I know Brandon said, "Can you answer my questions?" And yeah, Brandon, if you have any questions, retype them or let us know your questions in the chat. And those that are also there, if you have any questions for us, we're glad to answer these questions. And we'll give you guys a second, and we'll let Slaya keep talking. Keep going, Slaya.
I think I just answered Brandon's question, I think, in the chat. Yeah.
Oh, what was it?
I think it was
something about my anime list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, but for me, it is it involves it's anime is called Bloody Monday. It's a strange title, but it's a really good anime. It involves this guy's apparently a hacker. Who goes by the name Falcon, but he's doing only hacking to save his family, you know. But it's really good anime. It has apparently 3 seasons of in the manga, you know. So it has a lot of material to go on. So you can at least get probably 2 seasons out of it. Another one is a really thick anime I caught when I was in the bookstore. It's called Until Death Do Us Part. It involves this blind guy who has to protect this like I think young girl. But he can see, but you know he's blind. He can see kind of like using like echolocation with his cane. So I feel like that would be an interesting manga to see. Any other ones? I know several of them have already made into animes.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays, really good mangas will be turned into animes. I mean, if there's a hype for it, there is. Obviously, we all have our different opinions, as the people can see by this podcast. We'll have all our different opinions on what we like to watch and read. But if there's a good group of people, or there's a producer who likes it, it will be made. So
can we just take the time to relish the fact that I believe it was Evanit0 said he's not a high school girl, but he can relate. Best.
That's the one we'll all remember.
So Brandon, I'm glad I made my impact in this podcast.
Yeah. You made me brain dead for at least a good half hour.
Yeah, so I'll just explain to Brandon real fast, because he's asking again, how do you add friends on anime list? And I'm going to go there myself. But if you look up the people's name, or if you go to their profiles, you can add them there.
Go to the My Anime List page, Brandon, and then in the little corner where the search bar and everything, where it says all, you can click on that and scroll down to users and type in the username.
Yep.
Follow. And then there'll be like a request bar. underneath their like profile, and then they'll see it, and then they'll
Underneath the profile picture.
Welcome to this My Anime List tutorial. Today we will teach you how to add friends on
How to add a friend.
And first of all, you will want to go to the search bar.
Yep. Yeah, once you're there, you should be able to get it. But if you're wanting to follow us on YouTube, mine is kind of obvious because you're already on my page. But for everyone else, it's on the description below. And
could you retype your username to my anime list? He's right now messaging me about what your username is on my anime list.
My username?
I think Kate's, I believe. I think if you don't mind, probably all of yours, maybe. Yeah,
Kate just said hers. Hers is Ash Ketch 95, and I'm gonna guess that's.
I know, very hipster. Am I right?
Ash Ketch. Is that what it is?
You're not hipster, Kate.
You can find me at Evanit0 anywhere on the internet.
Evanit0.
Any video game, whatever, add me. I don't care.
Is your O a 0 though?
Yeah, no, that's very important. The O is actually a 0, and yeah, I should mention that more.
Yeah, you can find me in most places as Urban DRDZ 711. If not, Anime Review 711.
Yeah. Apparently, you like the store 7-Eleven.
That's my birthday. Thank you very much.
You found me and followed me really fast. Thank you.
Huh. That's funny. I didn't know you was a July baby.
We just met, man.
Anyone, people in the chat, if you haven't subscribed to our channels, the link to all our channels are in the description below. Just kind of putting that out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for subscribing to my channel. First off, I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I just want to say, Slayer, though, this is the third time you thanked her for that.
Third time. That's only the second time.
So you realize you repeated yourself.
I just did. But I actually wanted to ask you a question. But
what's up?
Why did you, what made you decide to subscribe to my channel?
Because if I want to remain myself as an anime YouTuber of sorts, I gotta make connections somewhere. Am I right?
Good point.
That's true.
Look, feel free to check out my channel and get a chance. You know.
Yeah, I subscribe to all of you guys. Yeah, thanks, Leia, for saying thank you to me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Someone's salty.
Thank you.
Hashtag shameless self-promotion.
When you subscribe to me? Because I would have seen the notification by now.
My thing is private, so you won't see me.
That's why. So thank you, apparently. Oh.
Okay. Oh yeah, you don't see everyone's subscriptions, but you know when your numbers are added up because the number that you see will climb up, but you won't see every single subscriber. I don't know, for some reason, some subscribers don't want to let you know that they're subscribed to you.
Yeah, I don't want you guys to know.
Yeah, I subscribed to. I've already subscribed to you, Irvin, Slaya, Kate, and Shadow Blazer. I'm
almost 60 subscribers. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to subscribe to the rest of you all. The people who haven't. I think that's Hakan. Sorry if I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's okay. Nobody does.
What's your YouTube channel so I can subscribe? I'm trying to subscribe to everyone.
It's on the description below.
In the description below, man.
As AnimeMixer1. He's he's
AnimeMixer1. Okay, I got it.
Everybody will see my link, so I'm safe there.
Hey, I got a new subscriber. I got 60 now, probably.
Yeah. So, are there any other questions in the chat for you guys? They're asking for Slaya's username. I'm gonna guess for my anime list. So, Slaya, do you have my anime list?
Not yet.
You're still in the Rock Ages?
Yes, I am. I'm still in the Stone Ages. I'm old school.
Yes, Robert. Shameless promotions are the best.
Yes, shameless promotions are the best. And if you guys want to get some manga reviews by Yen Press and by Dark Horse that are sending me some mangas to review, go to my channel and go buy those. No shame there.
But there is shame for being a high school girl, so.
I think I've subscribed to everyone now.
Okay, great. I think that is going to be it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us here on the chat, and we're definitely, some of us, excited for the spring. Some of us haven't heard anything about the spring anime, apparently. But for sure, well, hopefully, maybe in 2-3 weeks, we'll make a first impressions podcast, and we'll talk about some of the animes that we've already watched. So hopefully, some of our AniTubers here will watch them and have some first impressions. Guys, do you want to say bye real fast?
Ciao.
See you all.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.
I've been
Johnny.
AnimeMixer1, and I approve of this podcast.
Yeah, so apparently it's
High school girl.
approved. It's approved by a lot of people. So yeah,
This
spring
podcast is
season
sponsored by
hype
Anime.
is
Let's go to
there.
myanimemis.com.
But it's also sponsored by high school girls.
Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to go into my friends' channels and subscribe to their stuff. And like always, don't be strangers.